Auto-enrolment has been around for a while now, but what do employers need to know about it? Hello, I'm Dominic Walker. Welcome to JMW's Inside Man YouTube channel. Please subscribe to the channel. Now, Julian Richards is a specialist pension lawyer and partner here at JMW Solicitors. So, Julian, what is auto-enrolment?
Well, put simply, auto-enrolment is a legal duty on every employer to provide access to an occupational pension scheme, B, to ensure that certain workers are automatically enrolled into that pension scheme, i.e. they don't have to make an application to join, and C, to provide a certain minimum level of contributions are paid both from the employer and from the employee to the scheme.
And it's difficult for employers. They're busy doing whatever their expertise is for the business, and then they have to think about pensions. Are there any risks, anything that employers need to be aware of?
Well, there are, and part of the problem with auto-enrolment, which has been a success, by the way, something like 22 million people are now saving for retirement that weren't before. But the problem is it's very prescriptive. There's lots of legislation and lots of devil in the details. So, for example, different categories of workers either have to be automatically enrolled or have to be given the opportunity to enroll. There are different ways to calculate the amount of contributions that are paid to the scheme, and there's an ongoing monitoring of employees to make sure that if they switch between categories, then they have to be either enrolled or re-enrolled. And these requirements don't come without sanctions. So the pensions regulator has been quite keen on ensuring compliance, understandably, and can conduct on-site visits with very little notice. And employers can face a fine if they don't comply with improvement notices or requirements from the regulator that can range from £5,000 a day to £50,000 a day if the employer doesn't comply. So there's lots of obligations, lots of detail to deal with, and the employer has to find someone that's able to do that and is able to do that on a regular basis.
And you're a specialist pensions lawyer, so how can you help businesses, employers with auto-enrolment?
Well, we find that most of the issues around understanding the detail of the legislation, which we can help with in terms of reviewing what the requirements are for specific circumstances, but more broadly, there are issues around documentation and general compliance, which sometimes get away from the employer, and we can do a kind of health check. We can look at their documentation. We can look at how they're calculating their contributions. We can look about how they're running and selecting their schemes and give some either very specific advice or more general advice on what they need to be doing to make sure they're compliant and make sure they avoid any engagement with the regulator, which is something employers just want to avoid if at all possible.
Julian, thank you for your insight. If you'd like to contact Julian, you can email insideman@jmw.co.uk or call 0161 82 81 999. Please also subscribe to the JMW Inside Man YouTube channel for the latest legal news, hints and tips. I'm Dominic Walker, JMW's Inside Man.